beloved. Hope you're doing good. Beginning of another week, and it is 6:19. Please excuse the back of my hair because I have no idea what I look like from on this side. It's bad enough up here already. But yeah, so I hope you've had a wonderful day. Like I mentioned to you last night, I did see the picture of you and your mom and at the birthday party, and you both look very nice. I like your outfit. I thought it was very cute. Yes. And I love your mom. Your mom's red. I wouldn't call it just red. What was a good color to call it? Cinnamon's too dark of a color. It's not a good example. What color would I call it? Not wine red either. That's deep. Can't think of a good color. Red is the general color, but it's much more richer than that. And I like the fact of how it shined in the camera, no light, and yeah, it was very nice. You guys took a really nice picture together. So I hope you had a good time at the party. I just finished having a lesson with my coach today, and it went a lot better, thank God. I've been trying to just, do my part, and so I didn't get a chance to do much yesterday because we had to go to my brother's, but thankfully I was able to show him what I was working on, that I've been working on, and then I also get a chance to practice, because of the fact that usually when we meet, we really go over some things, and so he told me some things that he wants me to listen to and work on, so I'm trying to do those things. Make a long story short, today where I live, there were wind gusts up to 30 miles per hour. It was so cold. I'll take that back. Excuse me though. It wasn't really cold as much as it was just, it could have been worse. I'll put it that way. It was sunny, and I feel like it was like maybe 50-ish, something like that, somewhere in that realm. Or it may have been 60s, like mid-low 60s. But then with the wind gusts, it probably made it feel like 50s. And we've had days where, it's been like that or colder. So I guess my body's kind of like, and because of the in terms of how I layer myself up before I go outside, it wasn't so bad. Even when I wore to church today, ended up not being as chilly as I thought it was gonna be. I wore my Doc Martens to church today, and one of the members of the congregation said, "Ooh, those are some fancy boots." And so I had a plaid type dress, and these black pants that kind of look like leggings, and then this blazer. I don't know if you. I guess it is a blazer in some ways, I suppose. With like a red velvet collar, and the sleeves were just like green, and like pretty fancy buttons. And so I had those things on, and then I had the boots, and I had a hat on, thank God. And yeah, he said, "You look nice. Where are you going, to the club?" No. And I said, "I like your shoes." And then he looked at him and I said, "Ooh." Because Doc Martens are they're pretty intense shoes, and it wasn't the combat boots that I have. It was the ones I had before I got those. So yeah, but I was like, I didn't know how cold it was gonna be, so I didn't wear my flats. And the flats are so boring. I like wearing heels, but sometimes I just don't feel like wearing them. That doesn't make any sense. But it's true. I can handle heels and I can walk in them. I've been so used to not having to wear them except for like on special occasions, like birthdays. When we go out to certain places, like where we go to restaurants and stuff. I might, even when I was playing for the church, I never wear heels. I don't know, but it's funny because my grandma always said I can walk in them, even though sometimes I didn't want to wear them. So, at least I can walk in them. It'd be bad if I wanted to wear them. It'd be bad if I wanted to wear them, but I couldn't walk in them. It's just the opposite. So, but every now and then I'll have those mood swings. What else happened today? I was supposed to help my mom with something, and it was so funny, beloved. I got up around, I want to say it was around, what time was it? I want to say like 8:30, and something told me, as it said 8:33 just now, I was like, maybe 8:30. I was thinking, anyway, excuse me, I'm sorry. I lost my train of thought. I got up and my alarm went off, but I was so tired. What did I do? I feel like I turned the alarm off and went back to bed. No, I take that back. I turned the alarm off and I made my bed and I went to my mom's room, my parents' room, to see if my mom was still there. Because my dad had to go to church early. So, yeah, I went to go check on her because we were supposed to work on a project in the neighborhood today. And so, together, just us two. And so I went over to their side of the house. And, excuse me, love, I feel like I have something in my eye. No, I feel like I do. Maybe it's just me. Anyway, sorry. Sorry about that. Anyway, So I went over to her side. I didn't see her over there. And then I went downstairs and I was seeing if I saw her purse. And then I went into the garage and see her car. So I said, okay, well, I guess she's already started. So I got back upstairs, changed clothes, and was like, okay, I'm gonna show her, she thought she could do it by herself, but I wanted to show her, you can rely on me, I can help out, because she was a little upset with me about yesterday being up so late, because she came in the room about right after I did the video with you. She came in the room, and she said, because that video was like 20 minutes, and she took her time to get herself ready for bed herself. And so she was putting something, she said, and she was getting her outfit ready for church today, and came over to this side of the house where I'm at, and she saw my lights still on, and that's when she said, I thought you were already, in bed or whatever. So I said to, I was like, okay, well, I gotta make it up to her, because I know she probably doesn't expect me to come up here, and I want to surprise her. I want to show her that I can still help, and I'm keeping my word and everything. And so I was like determined. They said the wind was gonna start between. She had checked it yesterday. They said the wind was gonna start between 9 and 5 today. And so I get all bundled up, get my hat on, get my headphones so I can listen to music while we work. I'm listening to Miranda Curtis, Bless Your Name, and I'm stepping. I'm like, this is Sunday. I was just envisioning just showing up and her being excited to see me and we working on the project together. So I walk all the way to the front of the neighborhood, and not only did she already finish the project, her car was gone. So that means not only did she finish doing it by herself, because Dad had already left for her church, she did it by herself. And not only that, she came back to the house while I was asleep, obviously still, and left. So I got up there all by myself, and my broken pride and ego, and just like, oh no. And so I marched back home, and I said, well, I'm going to church, is what this means. So I said, there's no, the next thing to do is to go to church. So I got up. Sorry, my hair is terrible. I'm definitely getting it done this week. It still has some curls. I don't know how. I really don't. I know it looks bad. I'm sorry. I'm gonna I'll take it out. I just have to. I want to figure out the time to get an appointment and what I want to have done, because I really don't have the money. And then my dad's birthday's coming up next month, and then the kids with their Christmas gifts and Christmas coming, and a lot of things I don't have money for. But I bought my mom some stuff already for Christmas that I shared with her already, because I thought it was something she might need before Christmas actually comes. Before Christmas comes, excuse me. Yes, ma'am. 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 Ah. Ah. What you say? What you say? What you saying now? I didn't say anything back, and I said like 5 different things. You need me? She said, no, I'll talk to you later. My mom. All right. So it was the way she said it though. The tone. No, I'll talk to you later. Anyway, so I get dressed in the outfit that I just told you about with the Doc Martens, and get a park, get up to church, get a park, and sit in the sanctuary where my mom usually sits. And eventually she came over after eventually she came over to where eventually she found her way over there after services started a little bit. And it was really good service. Pastor did a good job. I enjoyed it a lot. It was what was it? Isaiah 54 verses 2 and 3. Um I can't think of the exact title, but it was dealing with. I can't think of the exact title, but I know it was dealing with stretching. So I recommend you look at it. It was the 10:45 service, and it was the first church I was playing at, my home church, not the one that I was playing at before. Um, but yeah, it was a good service. I was grateful I went. I'm trying to think some of the pointers. Stretching is an investment. Um, Stretching means stopping. Stretching means stretching means making no more excuses, stopping excuses. And what was the first point? Stretching requires us to grow and build, something along those lines. Build more, higher, more up, something like that. So there are 3 pointers, but I didn't write them down. I took a picture of them when they showed them on the screen. But it was good. It was good, and the choir was good. So, um, if you would like to check out the service, please feel free. I was not playing guitar, but the the music ministry did a great job today too. So it was good to be there today. I was grateful that I made it. And so after that, I came back home, had a guitar lesson like I just told you, and just finished coming back from my walk through the neighborhood. And the wind is still howling. I don't know. The walk was pretty intense. I had to wear a face mask. I wore the COVID face mask. This is the cloth one, not like the KN95, whatever it's called, 90, whatever. I didn't wear one of those not construction wear, carpenter, whatever those masks are, the intense ones. I just wore a regular cloth one, and a hat, scarf, this fleece guy, this tri-fit shirt, double layer of pants, and my brown fur boots, and my red coat that's become my favorite because the pockets are close to my body, so my body heat and the insulation from the jacket, and the fact that how the pockets are kind of they have their own insulation, and they're close, and they're not, how to describe it so that you understand, because I'm not very good at explanations. I do the best I can. I guess I would say, how most pockets are like, they're a separate, I almost said pocket instead of a pocket. They're another pocket outside of a pocket. That doesn't make any sense. They're kind of like an extension of the coat, so it's like an outside part. With this, it's like kind of built within the coat itself, so that when you put your hand in it, it's not only insulated, like the body's insulated when you zip up your coat, but it's also insulated because it's close. How do I explain it? I hope what I'm saying kind of makes sense. It's not external, I guess what I'm trying to say. It's more internal to the body of the coat. And so it's not like I have, like my other coats I have that have the fur and stuff around the hood. I have my hands used to get cold all the time when I used to go on walks because even when I wore gloves and I almost said mittens. Um, what's it called? Gloves and I guess it is mittens. I don't. That's not right. What are they called? Well, the other type of gloves where it's just your four fingers are all together and then the thumb. Um, Even when I wore those type of gloves, uh, my hands would get cold because it's the hand is not being insulated. It's just a thin pocket, and it's still being um, hit by the elements. Whereas this one, I can kind of, it's kind of, I guess you kind of describe it like this one. I can show you on this let me see if I can show you. It's kind of like how this one is. You see how it's a part of the coat? That's what I'm trying to say. It's not like outside here, and it's like it has a thin thing, just and just like that. This one, just like this one, has a zipper here, and it doesn't have a zipper, but it just has that insulate on the outside has insulation, and then like this has it on this side too. So, and it's on a coat, so it's even more. So it's even more insulated than um, than on other things that I have. So I've been really grateful to have it this season. It's a really good a blessing. My mom purchased it for me from the thrift store. It's a Land's uh, coat, red coat, and it's interesting because I feel like, honestly speaking, I feel like she may have wanted it for herself, but excuse my stuff. But because excuse me, hopefully I got it. Okay, I hope I got it. Sorry, excuse me. um, I think the only reason why she didn't keep it is because she asked me did I like it, and so I said it's nice, and she said go try it on, and that's how my mom is. Even though she may have wanted it for herself, she knew the fact that it had a hood and it was very warm and it was a great color, red. It's kind of like a strawberry red or a fruit punch type red or Hawaiian punch type red. But it's not like a fire truck red or anything like really loud. It's just oh no, it's just a regular red color. I'm so bad at explaining colors. What color? Like a red pepper. I have to use food. Strawberry, red pepper. um, Unless I'm hungry. But yeah, so she let me have it. And it's mom. And she's the reason why I am the way I am. And so I've used it pretty much every day in terms of my walks, and then when I work with her outside, or even when I go do errands. Sometimes well, not sometimes. I've been wearing it a lot. More so than the one with the hood and the fur that I got from my Aunt Daisy after she passed. Um, But yeah. So I'm just grateful. But yeah. So I did my walk, and now I am ready for dinner. I think we have salmon that Dad fixed, and um, sesame Brussels sprouts, and what was the other thing? I think it was butternut squash with cheese. I can't think of what it is. I think that's what she said it was. Butternut squash, mac and cheese. Not the, I think that's too many. I don't think that was what was on the box. I feel like it said butternut squash with cheese or something like that. But it's like made like mac and cheese. So it has the cheeses. Yeah, it's just like mac and cheese, but not with the noodles. It's with the butternut squash. And so they cut it a certain way um, to have it like it's like mac and cheese. So I'm looking forward to that. And we have some baked sweet potatoes. just like regular baked potato, but you know, because my mom is from where she's from, and you already know that, so I need to tell the world. um, because of that, you know, we make it not russet potatoes or Yukon or I don't. That's the only other two I know. We have, you know, yam, but not yams. No, we have sweet potatoes, baked sweet potatoes, the same thing. But you know, I'm trying to. Excuse me. So I'm looking forward to that. Um, Other than that, I want to say the medicine that I'm taking, I haven't noticed a huge difference just yet. Except for there is this one thing I've noticed is that I have become a little bit more dehydrated, and I don't know if it. I think it's a mixture of things. I think part of it is that is the fact that I don't. Um, I haven't been drinking a lot of water. I think that's what I'm trying to say. I don't think I'm not sure if it's the medicine or not because some time, but I notice sometimes I'll drink a lot of water because I feel that dehydrated, and I won't have to use the restroom. And I drink a lot of water, and that's after drinking a lot of water. And so I said, either, you know, and the thing about it is now with having, I don't, like I said, I don't know if it's medicine, but now I'm also taking a multivitamin too. So that also could be part of it because that's starting to get in my system too. Well, I take it on a daily basis, so it's like, you know, with the vitamins, it's a little bit different. Multivitamins is a little bit different because your body typically, well, I think all of them are actually water soluble vitamins, and so whatever you don't need, you just naturally get rid of. I think I told you that before, but certain ones are fat soluble, so they stay with you a bit longer. But typically, multivitamins that I understand, at least I would assume, I could be wrong, but I think they have mostly water soluble vitamins that are the most significant that we need. Um, and so that also may be playing a part in terms of why I've been so thirsty because, you know, that's in my system as well as the other medicine. So it's like a lot of concentration that needs to be diluted down. So when I drink the water just stays with me until, you know, I drink some more, which then, you know, runs its course. So, but it's been pretty interesting. Put it that way. Because one time I drank like a whole. Oh, how would I put it? I drank. I yeah, my brother bought a meal when we came to your concert, and so he bought a cup of. He got himself a drink, and then he got one for me as well. And it's of course when you go to those football stadiums, they're like, you know, they're the plastic cups that you can really reuse. I mean, you probably like, I would never do that. Well, I don't know. You can at least relate to what I'm trying to say, I guess. What I'm trying to say is, you know, you know, sometimes people collect or keep those. Just yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Just like how you gave out the. Where I put it in here. I know it's up here somewhere. There it goes. I keep cracking my bed. Just like how you gave out these, I keep it right here on my bed. Oh, can you see? There you go. Like, what am I showing you? But yeah. So just like how you gave out those and people kept them, as a souvenir. That's how people do with the cups, typically. So they're not like, just a regular, um, you know, just a regular any old fashioned cup. They're, specific to the team or wherever, the location is. Whatever the team or yeah, basically is. So we both got one. I kept mine, so I'm trying to say, and so I drank a whole one of those. And those things are huge, are huge because they give you so much drink. And then I drank that, like a full cup of that, and then I drank another. I want to say 16 ounces of my bottle over there, the purple one, and I didn't have to go to the bathroom really at all. So I was like, I don't know what's going on here, but and that really should have been a sign to say, you know what, you're pretty dehydrated. So what I'm trying to say is I need to be more cognizant of drinking more water through the day. And I think what I need to do is make an alarm on my phone to remind me to drink water because I haven't been doing it as much as I should. And and also when I don't uh, do that, I've noticed too that I've been getting tired I've been getting tired sooner than, which is a good thing. I've been getting tired without necessarily taking the medicine, which is, that's normal, to some extent. It's not, that means my circadian rhythm is working. But yeah, so it's been an interesting, and I've only been on the vitamin for about almost a month now, I would say. So it's really helping. I think it's helping me with uh my energy and concentration and focus. And I feel like I would do a lot better once I start going to bed at a better time again. Um, but thankfully, it's been uh, it hasn't conflicted with what I already take. It's just been a bonus, you know. So um, I guess I would say that in the sense that um, I'm able to sleep and then have my energy with it because of it, and so I can get a lot done and not be so concerned about um, you know being tired and being not focused, and I'm grateful because I've had a lot of that going on for a while. Part of it was due to the fact of me not having the consistent bedtime schedule, but also um, not eating the right the right way. And because of the fact I've been eating at home as well and not having a bunch of sugar, a bunch of salt, bunch of the wrong things to eat, um, it's worked in my favor because I'm working with my body and not against it. So that's been helpful. So I'm hoping the little ones come over this weekend on Friday and Saturday. So I'm looking forward to seeing them again. We saw each other yesterday and they were a lot of fun, like I mentioned. And so I'm hoping to be able to be my guest for my niece when she comes over with her brother, because she, I think it will be a fun song for us to dance to. Um, they like to dance in the basement. We have I have my speakers and everything set up. My Rocket KRK speakers. The one my brother, you know which ones I'm talking about. The yellow and black ones, the bumblebee one. Bumblebee. As I'm talking to my queen bee. QTB. But yeah, so I'll play music off my computer to them off of YouTube through my computer for them. That's what I'm trying to say. Sorry, I'm getting a little tired. But yeah, so I'll play the music for them, and then they'll jump around, or sit or go in circles until they're too dizzy and then fall fall down. That's what my nephew likes to do mostly. He likes to make himself dizzy. Both of them do that, but it's kind of funny because his sister can kind of do it for a little bit longer, but after a while, I don't know. Her brother, I almost call. I'm trying to keep their names, out of the world's knowing. I messed up with his sisters, but anyway. Um, yeah, he loves to make himself dizzy. He thrives off off of that. We try to stop him, and he's like, there's no way you're gonna like. He still keeps going. We're like, stop. It's messing you up. Stop. He doesn't care. We don't say that to him, but we're trying to get him to understand that that's why his mind is like trying to get himself together. But he's so funny, and his sister's a lot of fun too. They both have a really good sense of humor, and are just really good kids. They don't ask for much. They don't they don't whine. They don't complain. They don't cry a lot. Um, at all really. Now that I think about it. They're very go with the flow. They have good manners. Um, they are very respectful. They're very what would you call it? When they're eating their dinner, they're patient. They take their time. They're not loud. Except for when they get excited, which is typical because I was the same way. When I used to get excited playing, music, or just like any kid would, like dancing, or listening to your favorite song, or whatever. So, um, but that's been that's been the blessing of having them. So, but yeah, so we see them this weekend, and their parents are coming back over on Saturday, and we're gonna have dinner together. So we're looking forward to that. Um, and we'll see how the nursing home goes. I think I'm gonna try to play some uh, um, female soul artists this week. Usually that has to do with Aretha and maybe some Gladys Knight. Um, I played Lady Marmalade by LaBelle one time. I don't, I don't know how they took it. I feel like maybe that was kind of rocking the boat a little bit because they can't really they can't really they can only keep that here, so, or have that you know what I'm trying to say without saying it. So I don't I didn't really get too much of a response from that. I So Aretha, Gladys Knight. I might play some Minnie Riperton. I thought about Phyllis Hyman, but her story's so sad between her and Lord knows Tammy Terrell. Lord have mercy. Denise Williams maybe. I thought about Ashford and Simpson the other day. Something like that. Who else was I thinking of? Oh, Roberta Flack. Um, Natalie Cole possibly. Nancy Wilson, Dionne Warwick. There's so many. There's so many, but they love Whitney Houston. I love Shaka Khan, and I think I kind of get that because of Prince at the same time, because like, you know, I could see why Prince loved her so much because of her voice was just, it's amazing. Um, and but it's interesting when I try to play it for them. I don't know if it's because of the strength of her voice or what song she sang. You know what it is? I think I'm not finding the right song that they like by her. I think is what it is. Because I think I tried to find some songs that they might have, like, for example, like "What You Gonna Do for Me" or um, "Dance with Me," "Dance with Me," "Come on, baby, dance with me." What's another one? Oh, I can see it on the album now. I can't remember. I can see the album now. I can't remember the songs. Um, like "Tell Me Something Good," something like that. Um, Once You Get Started. One of my favorite songs by her is "Hollywood." You may be able to get some inspiration from her too in terms of for your album. She has like, I don't think she has necessarily like rock, something like that, but like in terms of her, like, well, you don't really need to be. I hope. Well, what I'm trying to say is, it just, I guess, as a mm, not necessarily how she sang it, but how to put it. Um, just the arrangements, like certain songs. Excuse me, I have to listen to some and maybe save some to, and then save them and put them on the website so you can see. Might post like a blog or something. Um, in terms of what examples I'm thinking of. But yeah, I feel like she, especially with Shaka, with Rufus. Um, but that's the thing, that style isn't necessarily what you're looking for in terms of your sound for this third album. I don't think, but maybe you can take something in terms of how, I don't know about like her tone or how, like how she's